Hey there, welcome in. Um, I'm just going to keep doing what I do every day or every Friday and say thank you for coming in. My name is Llewellyn, and I am not a counselor. I am not a therapist. I am not a doctor. I cannot diagnose you, nor can I prescribe a medication for you. I am not perfect. I am just like everybody else. We all have problems. I have written books, and right now we're in one of them right now called Tiny Steps to Success. The right step. I'm starting with the basics of what we need to do to start our journey of self healing. Because I firmly believe that there are people out there that, one, can't afford counseling, or two, they don't have the time. When you have a family and you're on the go all the time, maybe you have kids, maybe you don't, maybe you work a full time job, you just don't have the time from 9 to 5 to go see a counselor. And it's hard. So I bring to you what I learned from my counselor, right? And hopefully it can help you. Now, I have to tell you that the stuff that I've learned may or may not help me, and they may or may not help you. But I encourage you, I implore you to do the research that works best for you. Don't you deserve it? I believe you do. In fact, I know you deserve it because you are amazing. You are enough. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching my videos going, I don't know what to do. And I know that she may have something that I may need, or maybe she'll know where to find it. Whatever the case is. So, right now I'm in, what chapter are we in? Chapter 8 for gratitude. So, again, I'm doing my book of The Right Step for journaling. This is about journaling. And chapter 7 is what I went over last week, which is about goals and dreams. This week, it's about gratitude. Oh, thank you for the hearts, whoever sent them. Um, so, what to you was gratitude? What does that mean to have gratitude? Some are like, just be thankful for what you have. Well, let me tell you what the real definition is. So, the definition of gratitude is the quality of being thankful, the readiness to show appreciation for, and to return kindness. I do not know why my screen is bobbing up and down. Maybe if I. Is that working? Okay. So, again, this is in my book. We're on chapter 8. So, when you feel gratitude, what is that feeling inside? Everyone's going to be different. So it doesn't matter what you write in here. And I do ask if you do watch this to please put in the comments answers. And you don't have to, but I would like it if you did. The more people that respond, the more people can actually see this, the more people you share it with, the more. Oh, thank you. The more people that may need it, right? So when you feel gratitude, what are your feelings? Right? So it says here that gratitude is a warm feeling of thankfulness towards the world or towards a specific individual that may have helped you with or without their knowledge. Sometimes you're in the grocery store and you're all just mad because you got to get in there and you got to get things done and people are in your way and like, just get out of my way. And then someone comes up to you and says, wow, I like your blouse. And you stop and you're like, thank you. That one kind word can change your whole attitude. That one smile towards you can change the meaning of the day for you. So remember, like a friend of mine always says, and I'm going to use Dawn as an example, be the light in someone's world when there's maybe nothing but darkness for them. Put a smile on your face. Sometimes it doesn't feel like you want to do the smile, but do it anyway. Because it might be between life and death for some people because they're like, nobody cares. Nobody looks at me. They walk by, How many times have I done that? I'm pretty sure everyone else has, right? They focus on that one thing and nothing outside of that peripheral vision, right? You can't see anyone. But when you stop, when you put your shields down and you look around and you put a smile on your face, that actually might mean more to someone than you will ever know. All right. So, what is it? What is that gratitude feeling towards you? So, the person who feels the gratitude is thankful for what they have and does not constantly seek more. Do you seek more? Do you feel that you need more? That what you have is not enough? Take a look around at your place. You have more than someone else. You may have less than others, but you still have more than others. So be grateful for what you have. Be thankful for what you have. You have a roof over your head. Maybe you have light. Maybe you have a computer. Maybe you have a cell phone. Maybe you have books that you can read and study. Maybe you have a significant other. My husband's out there. Um, Whatever the case is, look around and find every little tiny spectacle of gratitude that you can in your life and hold on to that gratitude, because there are others out there that don't have as much as you, and they're probably happy with what they have. If we can only be happy with what we have and not crave more, we'll all be in a happier place. All right. So moving on, it says gratitude helps people feel more positive. It improves your health and can build strong relationships, to mention a few ways that it can help. Now, if you know other ways that gratitude can help, by all means, please make sure you put it in the comments. Others may need to read it. You never know. So I don't want to confuse gratitude with thankfulness, because those are two different things. So being thankful is a social norm. Life pathway came, bring pain, it always could be worse, will always become better, to just keep going. That's right, never give up. Never give up. And I tell that in my latest book that I had published, I think it was in March of this year. Um, yes, can bring pain. Okay, right, got it. Um, so this here, the very last of this, and I wasn't going to bring it up, but I think I will, because the very last chapter, chapter 7, says don't give up, right? So I'm going to read a couple here. It says, where is it? One day the dark will break into day. The fog will lift. Just don't give up. Don't let your hope drown in despair. Pray. God is the only one, besides our animals, who gives unconditional love. Keep on moving through your mental health challenges. Don't give up. Find your light within. Don't give up. And I keep saying that. Hold on tight to your loved ones. Don't give up. Pray when you think there is no fight left in you. When you feel that your dreams are gone, don't give up. Never give up, because you are not alone. Just like that says, you're not alone and you're not forgotten. Keep fighting. Find that little bit of gratitude, because eventually that'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. And it'll make you feel better, right? So being thankful is a social norm in general situations, whereas gratitude is a special manifestation of love, affection, and spirituality. Grateful is a feeling, thankfulness is an act. Let me repeat that. Being grateful is a feeling, being thankful is an act. So when you feel grateful, right, you have that feeling. When you are thankful, you're doing an act, whether it's saying thank you or hugging them or whatever the case is, right? All right, so I hope that clears it up for you. So the major reason I mentioned writing about gratitude is that it reduces social comparisons by expressing what you are thankful for, and you are less likely to be resentful towards others. Have you ever felt resentful, maybe judgy, or what's that? Oh yeah, the jealousy word. The green-eyed monster, doo-doo-doo, right? I have. It's like, why can't I be like that? Why can't I be less financially stressed? Why can't I have nice things? Why can't my hair stay in a certain place without, poofing up or whatever the case is? Why can't I be like her? Why can't I be pretty? Why can't I be thin? Whatever the case is? right? Don't go down that path. That path is not your path. This is your path. My path is not your path, and your path is not my path. It doesn't mean that we can't be there for one another as we're taking our paths, as we're taking our own journey. Mental health challenges is hard. That's why it's called challenge. I don't want to say mental health issues. We all have mental health problems, and it's a challenge, whether it's depression, anxiety, PTSD, CPTSD, whatever the case is. You need to talk to someone. No matter what, you're not alone. There are so many people out there that fight all those demons, me included. I just recently got diagnosed with CPTSD, which is a complex post traumatic stress disorder, because I've had trauma since I was 7 years old, all the way up until, you know, late in life. Different trauma. Wasn't the same. Some was, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? It's same, but different people. So we all have the mental health challenges. So make sure that when you reflect on you, okay, so you want to take time to notice and reflect upon things that you are thankful for. You know, maybe having these mental health challenges for me is so that way I can be a little more understanding of others. I can be a little bit more compassionate of others. Maybe there's a reason that I'm going through this. I firmly believe that. What it is, I don't know. Okay, so when you start doing this, you will experience more positive emotions. You'll feel more alive. You'll even sleep better. Express more compassion and kindness, and you may even have a stronger immune system. That's because we're not focusing on the negatives. I keep telling you guys this, focus on the positive. When you journal in the morning, 3 things you're grateful for, 3 things you want to accomplish if you do nothing else. Oh, that's nice, Devonna. Thank you. At night, write 3 positive things before you fall asleep. Lay in bed, write them in your journal. 3 positive things that have happened in that day. And focus on the positive. So when you fall asleep, you'll have that positive feeling of this really happened. This was great. Maybe you talk to a grandchild or your child or your husband, or maybe the cat or dog finally loved up on you. Whatever the case is. You know, maybe you won the lottery. Share with me. Just joking, just joking. But whatever your 3 positives are, focus on the positive, not the negative, because you're worthy of that. There's a saying that if you look for the bad, you'll find the bad. If you look for the good, you'll find the good. It's like right now, my husband and I are looking at vehicles. Guess what? We're looking at expeditions. Guess what I see more on the road now? Expeditions. Why? Because that's what I'm looking for. That's what my brain goes, oh, there's one. Oh, there's one. So if you focus on the positive, your brain will start looking for the positives. If you focus on the negatives, it'll keep looking for the negatives. I hope that makes sense. So search for the positive in people, because everyone's human. We make mistakes. We may have said something wrong or done something wrong, but remember, we're not all bad. And we are not bad. We just do bad things. Don't confuse the two. You're not a bad person unless you're a really bad person. And we do bad things. Do not let it define you. Do not let that define you. Okay. So this chapter of gratitude is to help you focus on the positive things in your life, like I was just mentioning, right? And I'm reading my book. I read that study suggests that feelings of gratitude may even possess mental and physical health benefits. So there you go. Get mentally and physically healthy by finding the gratitude in your life. I love it. All right. So when writing about the things you're grateful for, you may begin to see a change in the way you see things in life, which is what my whole goal is. Once you start looking for the positive and you're grateful for things, the simplest things, maybe a child brings you a flower, right? I'm thinking of like my 4-year-old and 6-year-old grandsons right now. They bring me a flower and you're like, oh, it's a weed, but you don't tell them that, right? We don't care about that. And you go, oh, thank you, and you save it, whatever, until they're gone. You probably throw it away after that. It dies. And that's what you got to do. You've got to keep giving yourself the positive. You have to feed the positive into the children so they keep looking for the positive in return. If my grandson was to bring that to me and go, well, that's just weed and I throw it away, that would probably hurt his feelings because he went out and he found that for me. His mammy. He's like, Mammy, I got that for you, right? That would crush him. And how do you think his day would turn out after that? Probably pretty bad, wouldn't it? Because now he's looking for the negative because Mammy just brushed it off. But that's how we have to be with ourselves, is to be positive and grateful for the things that we have. I'm grateful I can drive my husband back and forth to work. I'm grateful that I have the time to do that. I am grateful that I get to watch my granddaughter and homeschool her. I am grateful for so many things. And to focus on one negative, like my house being on fire a few years back, right? So about 3 years ago, I had a house fire. If I was to focus on that negative, I would be a negative person. My house still isn't done. The majority is, but it's still not done. But that's okay, because we can still live here. We can still make our food here. We still have lights, electricity, heat. We don't have AC though. Ooh, baby. But you know what? I'm grateful that we still have a place to live. We didn't lose all of it, just a fourth of it. And that fourth got fixed, and then we had to do the rest, my husband and I. So even though we had a house fire, I really got a new house out of it, because you see the colors back here, right? Used to be dark wood paneling. Talk about depressed. Oh my ever loving stars. Every color that's on that wall is on the walls all around my house. Every wall has a different color. My kids call it my fun house. Me, I call it bright and cheery. But not everyone's going to be like me. You know, you're going to sit there and go, oh my God, I can't believe this. I have OCD and I just can't, whatever the case is. It's okay to be different. It's okay to be you. And it's okay to be grateful for the things that you do have. Even if it's this, for me, this is my shop office. This is where I do my laser engraving. This is where I do my t-shirt designs and mugs and stuff. And I get to see color. This, right, this door eventually will be painted, just not right now. But that's my choice. That's what I'm grateful for. What are you grateful for? What are some of the things that, whether it's simple paint that you can be grateful for, maybe new flooring, if you can afford it. Maybe it's a new picture that you get to hang up on your wall. Ooh, that reminds me, I've got pictures I have to hang up yet. Ooh, mama, I gotta get those going. But whatever it is, find that small piece of gratefulness that you can have all around your life. Focus on the positive, because that is what will change your mindset, right? Just focusing on the positive. All right. So when writing about the things you're grateful for, you will begin to see a change in the way you see things in life. You may become aware of actions you are or are not taking. And that's going to be a change too. You're like, whoa, I used to do that. I used to say that. I don't do that. I don't say that anymore. Wow, I guess I was negative, or wow, whatever the case is, right? You become more aware of how you treat others around you, like how they make you feel, how you make them feel. And the best part is, when writing in the journal, you can actually go back and see where you were to gauge how far you've come, right? So you want to look back, but you don't want to stay back, because you always want to be better than you were the day before. One of the things that I've noticed about me is that when I get discouraged about something, I kind of take it out on my husband. He's the only one around. I don't have kids here anymore to, take it out on them. It's just my husband now. And he looks at me and he goes, are you done yet? That upsets me more than anything else. Are you done yet? And he goes, we can't change it. And he's right. I couldn't change it. So I had to change my mindset, because I couldn't change that one thing that I was upset about. And you can do the same thing. If you do not have an accountability partner, find one. My husband's great for me, although there's times I want to just wring his neck. Always throwing my words back in my face. Always. But it's what I'm teaching you guys, right? Is what I'm learning. And if I don't take my own advice, how can I tell you guys to take my advice? And I'm guilty of that. I don't always take my own advice, folks. I journal. I'm truly grateful for my long suffering because I'm still alive to be able to testify how much I've overcome. Exactly. Exactly. All right. So this is to help you realize that what really matters most in your life, focus on the gratefulness, the positiveness. It will help you focus on the positive and not the negative. So remember in the beginning pages here, we talked about the ants, which is the automated negative thought syndrome. And if not, you can go back to the other videos and watch. So I really picture little black ants running around my head saying, you're stupid, nobody wants to read your books, you're ugly, you're fat, you're this, whatever the case is. And then I journal what the ants say. And then I cross out the lie, and on the other side, I put the truth. Like nobody wants to hear what you're saying. Well, that's funny. They're buying my books or they're watching my videos, right? Somebody's listening. Somebody's watching. Somebody's buying. Not because I want to become a millionaire, which I wouldn't mind, but my main goal is to help people. My main goal is to help myself. And as I learn, I want to help you guys because I want you to know that you're not alone. There is so much pain and anguish out in the world as it is that I want to have this as a safe place that you can talk, that you can show love, be loved, and know that you're not alone struggling because others are struggling with you, right? Isn't that awesome? So we don't want the ants to get in our heads. So write about your gratitude. Get out of your funk if you can and find your gratitude, write about it. And eventually, if you keep doing this, they say if you do this for 90 days, you've done a new change, right? So 90 days is the thing. Once you write about it, you'll actually see changes in yourself that you probably never thought you'd see. And you might also see changes in others around you because the way that you treat others or yourself is how others are going to treat you. So just keep that in mind. So I'm going to do a quick recap, and it says to be thankful and have gratitude. Write about the positives at the end of your day, and make sure you always celebrate your successes. Maybe with a candy bar, ice cream, going for a walk, sitting on your front porch, watching the sunrise and sunset, whatever you want to celebrate. That's your way of doing it. But you need to celebrate along the way. Maybe share it on here. Tell others what your success was. And it can be a tiny step. Remember, tiny steps to success. Tiny steps is all we need to take. One tiny step at a time. Celebrate your steps along the way. No one else is going to. It's up to you. You have to find your value and your worth inside you first before others are actually going to see it. And you can't blame others for not seeing it when you yourself don't see it or show it or remind people about it, right? And I'm guilty of that. Growing up in an abusive home, I kind of like want to hide in the shadows. Nobody sees me. You can't see me. People, Oh, thank you, hon. But how I treat myself is how others see me, and I can't blame them. I have to change me. I can't change you, and you can't change me. We have to work on ourselves. So I hope that's really helped there. So that's it for gratitude. Next Friday, we're going to talk about being stuck. And turn the page, Llewellyn. And maybe tolerations. What kind of things do you tolerate, right? I think I might do 9 and 10 together. 11 is going to be very long. I think that's all I have is 11, right? Nope, I got 12 too. Woohoo! For those that do not know, I am in the beginning stages of writing what's called a fun guide for my 3 books, right? So these 3 books are going to have fun guides with them. What do I mean by that? They're going to be things like word searches, true and false, fill in the blanks, things like that. That's based on each book. So if you do not have these, when the fun guide comes out, you're going to want to get both of these because there is no answers in the back. you're going to have to do this on your own. I am not giving you guys answers. However, if you get stuck, that's where this comes in, right here. So there's going to be a lot of fun guides, 3 of them at least, that are coming out as soon as I get them done. Right now I'm working on the right steps, so as soon as that's done, I'll put it out there. It's actually harder than what I thought it was to find stuff to talk about to make it fun, because I really want these to be stuck in your head so that way it will help you going, oh yeah, I did that word search and Llewellyn said to be positive. Llewellyn, said to be blessed. Maybe you need to bless someone by telling them how great they are, or how good they look, or you have a nice voice, whatever the case is. I'm not saying blessing them with money. I'm saying blessing them with a feeling of being valued. Maybe you need to do that to yourself too, whatever it is. So that's going to be it for tonight. Again, I'm reading out of the Tiny Steps to Success, The Right Step. This is on Amazon, if anyone's interested. I'm also working on the fun guide, so I'm only on chapter 2 of the fun guide for the right step right now, because I have to find the answers in here, that I have to create them on Canva and then copy and paste them over. Whew. It's a little bit of hard work, especially when I'm doing daycare in the mornings, but it's all good. It's all fun. So I hope that you all will look for that coming out soon. I will keep letting you know when. Do I have anyone in here that has any questions before I end this? I know Devana is in here. Thank you very much for being here. I know it's late for you, sweetheart. Thank you. Oh, I have a second person. Hi, I'm just ending it, darling. Sorry. Probably should have messaged you earlier to let you know, remind you I was going live. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. I'll talk to you soon, hon. And make sure you follow. Make sure you like this to let people know that you've enjoyed this. If you can share it out, share it out. I'm only here to help you guys, really. So these videos, I already have these. So this right here is really for you. So thank you all very much for being here. Remember to feel gratitude for every little step, and don't forget to celebrate that. All right. Thanks for watching. Remember, you're not alone. God loves you, and so do I. Bye.